A woman involved in last month's officer-involved shooting says she was only trying to protect her children. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin tonight with new developments on the stabbing of a 14-year-old girl in South Fargo. The father of the teenager tells Valley News Live that his daughter can't squeeze on command, but she has moved her toes and they're closely monitoring her brain activity because of the lack of oxygen to her brain. He says he's being told her brain swelling is likely to continue for a few days. We're choosing not to name the father or the victim in this case because additional charges may be filed in the case. The father says his daughter was stabbed outside Party City on 13th Avenue South in Fargo while she was skateboarding from his house to her mother's house. Arthur Prince Coley, with no known address, was arrested this afternoon. The victim's father also tells us police were able to quickly identify his daughter because her mother's phone number was written on her skateboard. And tonight, police are asking for help finding the victim's items. They could be somewhere in the area of this map. Authorities are looking for 2 backpacks, one burgundy and one black, a black iPhone in a black case, and a black leather wallet with a weave pattern. If you see any of these items, please leave them where they are and call dispatch at 701-451-7660. Meanwhile, the father says he'll be at every court hearing for the homeless man that's being charged with attempting to murder his daughter. Today, we shattered a high temp record, and it could happen again tomorrow. Let's go to meteorologist Nathan Hopper tonight with a very first look at what's happening right now. Nathan?
Yeah, Mike, what's happening right now is that gust front, that really big burp of wind that moved through the metro just a few moments ago. Looking at our Luther Family Ford sky cam, still seeing some trees shaking, the camera shaking a little bit still, but a lot of pictures came in from folks of that front when it moved through, the shelf cloud associated with it. This one from Tabitha in Fargo, that shelf cloud there making its way toward the Fargo area just before that wind really did pick up. And then another one from Oakport, Minnesota. Paul shared this one with us. I'll step out of the way there. You can see that kind of a strange shape to the cloud there as it's following that gusty wind into the metro. And then you can see this is from just before the rain began in Pillsbury, North Dakota. Joy shared this photo with us of that dust reducing visibilities there with that strong wind that moved through that area there in Pillsbury just before that rain did begin there. So here's how things look, of course, on satellite and radar now. We've seen that the windiest part of that system move through the metro. Still now it's moving through Lakes Country at this hour. Still seeing some heavier rainfall occurring in a few spots. Seeing some rainfall near Oaks, near Lisbon. Some more moderate rainfall moving toward the Fargo area at this hour. Near Monoman, seeing a few rumbles of thunder. Some of those oranges do indicate some organized rainfall occurring there in that neck of the woods. And then in Beltrami County, seeing most of the heart of Beltrami County, seeing some moderate to even heavy rainfall at times. A few rumbles of thunder there near Bemidji and outside of Black Duck as well. And now these will be winding down here in the next few hours and exiting off toward the east. But Mike, as you were saying, another hot day is in store for us tomorrow. So of course we'll talk about how hot things get and when we could see another chance of storms tomorrow night in a few minutes.
All right, thanks Nathan. Keep us posted. Those hot temperatures are impacting everyone, and they're also affecting our roads. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling braved the heat today, and he brings us this story.
Roads in Fargo are struggling with the extreme heat as they are buckling. This causing traffic problems as crews will look to fix it quickly.
The extreme heat causes the pavement to expand and it can get tight and buckle up like this. The soil shifting also cause the issue.
While the roads are being worked on, there are some that no matter the heat, they continue to run their rummage sales in West Fargo. This mother-daughter duo took frequent breaks inside while selling off some of their items.
I mean, it hasn't been too awful bad yet. Lots of water, breaks inside to stay cool, stay hydrated. Still had a really good turnout, so just trying to enjoy the nice weather.
We get to spend time together. We get to visit with the people that are coming out. Everybody's been great. We've had a great turnout. We try to have something for everybody.
Meanwhile, in Moorhead, Blue Stem hosted its first concert since October 2019. Alabama took the stage, the first stop on their 50th anniversary tour. Despite these triple-digit temps, folks are excited to get out and enjoy some music from one of their favorite bands.
He said, "What the heck?"
That's exactly right. I kept on saying, this feels like Vegas.
These hot temps are set to continue tomorrow. In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
We're told it could take up to 3 days to repair the roads depending on how much damage there is. Minnesota's Attorney General says less than half of the $200,000 a woman raised to pay off student lunch debt at a St. Paul school actually made it to the school. Pamela Fergus created the Philandro Feeds the Children online fundraiser after Philandro Castile was fatally shot by a former officer during a 2016 traffic stop. Only $80,000 made it to the school. A civil enforcement action was filed against Fergus. The AG wants her to account for that missing money.
Raising money supposedly to serve these children and then not serving them is an insult to Philandro Castile's memory and everyone who loved him.
Fergus is accused of breach of charitable trust, deceptive solicitation of charitable contributions, failure to maintain proper records, and unregistered solicitation of contributions. A Dickinson, North Dakota mother says her family is moving forward and healing after a domestic disturbance. Police say that they were called to the disturbance at an apartment in Dickinson where a man fired a gun toward officers. They say officers returned fire at the man, killing him. Lacey Nielsen suffered a gunshot wound but says it's the emotional toll on her kids that will take time to heal. She says keeping her kids safe was her priority.
I would give my life for my kids, and that was honestly the only thing going through my mind in that moment.
Lacey says that she's thankful for the community and the help that they have received. She hopes her story can help another family in crisis. With many state agencies working from home, North Dakota is reducing the amount of space. But some agencies are working from home and the leases on their buildings aren't up yet. The Information Technology Department's building is on a 10-year lease costing the state $1.4 million. And there are 4 years left on that deal.
We were actually gearing up and making plans in June of 2020 to move back into the building. Well, here comes COVID and the teleworking presence, and then the realization that, this can work and not, have to come back to the building. So it's interesting, the timing of everything.
By cutting a fifth of all leased space by state agencies, North Dakota is expected to save about $1 million. It's not the first time IT workers have left this building. In 2019, employees needed to move out so that foundational issues could be addressed with that building. More help with rent is on the way for many North Dakotans who are struggling with monthly payments. The Emergency Rent Bridge program is now called ND Rent Help, and it's being enhanced to accommodate families with higher incomes and provide relief for longer periods. The program's income eligibility was increased by 60% of the area median income to 80%, which equals an annual income of up to $80,000 for a family of 4. Now, the length of time someone can receive relief was also extended from 6 months to up to 12.
The fact that we can get all the way up to 80% us to really make sure that the assistance is reaching the people who need it the most.
Eligibility requirements and a link to apply are listed on our page, our homepage on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com and the VNL News app. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is continuing to highlight the state's Your Shot to Summer COVID-19 vaccine incentive campaign. It aims to help the state reach its goal of vaccinating 70% of Minnesotans over the age of 16 by July 1st.
There's numerous reasons why maybe some folks aren't vaccinated yet. We just want to make it as easy as possible for them. And our Shot to Summer said, you know what, if it takes a little more incentive, take something to get out there and enjoy Minnesota's summer.
Now, if you're looking for options to get a COVID vaccine shot, use our VNL Vaccine Tracker. It's on the homepage of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it to the QR code on your screen right now, then tap the link that pops up. Hearing the sound of a ringing bell is wonderful for those battling cancer, and for a Jamestown woman, although her chemotherapy is complete, her cancer journey is not over. Rhonda Ravely has been struggling with breast cancer. May 28th was the big day for the 55-year-old as she graduated from the GRMC Cancer Center. She also works there and says she's received so much help from colleagues and family. Rhonda is the 11th person from the Cancer Center to ring the graduation bell, and congratulations to you. Noticing the high prices you're paying for groceries? Up next on Valley News Live at 10, we're going to tell you just how much they've gone up.
And our Home of Economy Skycam in Grand Forks did capture a bit of a rainbow there with some showers that moved through around 8:45 this evening there in the Grand Forks area. Seeing some showers there now in Grand Forks. But tomorrow, first alert weather day for more heat on the way. Let you know who has the best chance of seeing triple digits tomorrow coming up next.